10mm bolt. Where are we? Hang on. Plastic retaining clip and a metal, get it in focus, metal stud in there. Turn 90 degree, comes out. Do the same the other side. Then, I hope I got this in the right position. Then, put your hand up on here, use the towel because it can be a bit dirty. Just give a gentle pull forward and that will just drop down. Okay, so warm up the car. So the engine's warmed up and the nut is, just try and get the camera on it, just there, and the bolt is a 21mm and it's straight down off of the sump. It's not to the side, it's directly underneath. You have it, the oil's now coming out into a container. So there it is, there's the sump plug. Just cleaned it up. Okay, so that's the sump plug cleaned up. Give the sump a quick wipe, replace the plug and retightened. Now just going to put back the plastic shroud that's underneath the car. Basically it's just the reverse fitting for putting it back as what it was for taking it off. Okay, so now under the bonnet, time to remove the oil filter, and to get to that, first thing you must do, there's a line up arrows here for putting back, but the easiest way is grip this and give it a twist, and then that will remove from this end and we'll just pull off like that. Next, just do it so you can see where I'm going, is just up in there, and you need to just lift that little clip up. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit hard to get in and do the job, but just lift that. It will then just lift out without dropping it, like I nearly just did. And there's the clip. Then what you do is that enables this section to slide back, giving you clearance from this, yeah? Okay, hopefully you can see that. That then enables this section to come completely loose with this pipe. So what you then do is you lift this section up, a little bit of a wiggle, and it will come round like so, which then leaves you with enough room to get in here and give this pipe a twist. A little twist there and a pull forward, and then this section comes completely out. So with them sections out, that then leaves you room to get in to where the oil filter is. And it's a paper filter inside a plastic housing. And zooming out, that's where it's located in the engine. Coming back in, there it is. Okay, so to remove that, you need a 27mm socket don't forget to place your oil catcher, which I'll put mine directly underneath, to catch any oil that may come out from when you remove the oil filter. Right, so I'm using a breaker bar on this purely because it gives me easy leverage, not that it's on really tight, but it's also makes it easier for me to get in. Okay, so there's the oil filter now removed. The paper section with a little tug pulls out from the plastic oil filter cover. Okay, so the oil filter is removed, and there, hopefully you can see, it's hard with all these pipes in the way, there is where the oil filter goes, and if you can see, there is a, try and get a screwdriver in there. Right, the screwdriver's pointing now where the little male section on the oil filter has to locate with. Oil filter and a new oil filter seal which goes around the casing, which I'll show you in a minute, and there's the little male pin that has to locate. Okay, so the oil seal band is just here, so that's where you take the old band off and replace it with a nice new one. That inside I'll give a quick clean out, get rid of the old oil from there. And the really good thing here is it tells you what torque wrench center you need, and it is 25 Newton meters in place, and it's located in the correct position. So now I'm going to put the oil filter shroud over that. In a previous video I said fit the oil filter first into the canister. I'm now going to try it this way round to see which is easier. Right, that's now tightened up, and I would actually say that's easier. Don't over tighten. So I would recommend actually putting the oil filter in place, and then if you get a breaker bar and put it straight so you can just twist it with your hand to start the threading off, and it slowly pushes over the cap of the oil filter and goes on easier. So this is probably the best way to do it. Let's fit in for all the bits you took out. Not forgetting to slide that back in place and put the clip in. All that back in place now. I've wiped the dipstick. I'm going to retest the level now because that should have filled up the oil carrier. And as you can see, the level's gone down, so that needs a top up. We'll now let the engine get to full operating temperature and recheck the oil level. Next up we're going to do is the air filter, which is located here. So we must remove this bit of soundproofing, and that just literally pulls up and then slides forward to reveal the 3 screws that you need to undo and one little clip at the side. Okay, so the best thing to use is a socket, because you can't get a screwdriver under because of the bulkhead. You need a star-shaped one which is called like a Tox, and it's a T25, and as you can see you've got enough room to unscrew these, which there are, as I said before, 3. So that's number 1, number 2, number 3, and not forgetting this little clip at the side which just flops down. Okay, so once you've done that, you've removed the 3 screws and undone the clip. The clip's here. this plastic cover will now just lift up and pull forward to reveal your air filter. And to be honest, it's not in too bad a condition. There's a leaf in there, so I'll give that a clean out as well while I'm at it. The new air filter, which we're putting now. Get it out in there, and the air filter, just make sure she sits where she's meant to. That's a nice new clean air filter put in. Make sure at the back it's down properly and all the way round. And then for the cover, just reverse fitting. Make sure she hooks in at the back, and then put 3 bolts. Bolt now. No need to go madly tight with it. That's plenty. All 3 done up. Not forgetting to do the clip at the side. So that's the shroud put back on. Air filter done. Oil changed. Oil filter replaced. I've topped up my washer bottle. Checked the level of my coolant, which is fine. Next thing we're going to do is going to be the cabin air filter. This don't really need any tools. These clips here just pull down and just slowly work along. A bit hard doing it one-handed. Just slowly unclip them all the way, and then this panel just flops forward and comes out, and it will reveal the cabin filter. Now, where are we in the car? We're on the driver's side, right in the bulkhead by the steering wheel. Remove anything. This one's really hard to film, but hopefully you can see the filter just here. There's a bit of cobwebs and things in there. I'm going to clean all that out, and any crud there is, like this. Probably get a hoover in there, probably the best bet. And then once it's clean, we'll show you how to remove this filter. Right then, for this one, this flap at the front, just pull it and it flops down. Now you can see on here it says air that way, so make sure when you put the new one in you've got it right round. It's just something pulls out. It's in a pretty bad state actually, and needed changing. Airflow direction, it shows you which way up it needs to go, which way round it needs to go, and it says that these are good for 1 year. So yeah, when you do your normal service, just replace this. Again, slide it in sideways. Once you're in, you can put it in the right position. Slide it back, airflow's the correct way round, and just clip that back into place. And there you go, nice clean new cabin filter. And then again, reverse fitting, line up that little notch there. It's not lining up properly. It's hard doing this one-handed. So it's nice and floppy, and then just clip that back in place, and that's that job. That's a service done on a Citroën C3 Picasso on a 2011 plate. This is how, after doing your service, you need to reset your computer in the car. This button and hold in. Turn the ignition key on, but do not start the engine. Then watch the countdown go to 0. Once at 0, you have reset your service indicator.